Hey, how is everybody? So, I just wanted to let everybody know, sorry about my voice, it's allergy season for me. There is a documentary, it's coming out tomorrow. What is tomorrow? The 18th, I think it is, about Luigi Mangione. And I believe it's going to be on Investigation Discovery, or Discovery Investigation, and Max. And it's called Who is Luigi Mangione? And I'm just bringing it up for a couple reasons. I still have to say that I do not condone murder. So, there's that. But I also don't condone the way the insurance companies have been run and the things that are happening in our healthcare industry. And he did raise a lot of awareness in that regard. So a couple things. He did release a statement that he's very grateful for all the support that he's gotten. He's gotten about $300,000 as of the last that I've heard towards his legal fees, and he's also very aware of the amount of people, not just in the United States but worldwide, and I can attest to this because I've gotten lots of comments myself from people across the globe who are appalled with our healthcare system here in the United States as well. So, I know that he is getting support from a lot of different places. Now, this is where things are interesting, and you have to make your own decisions on this. I haven't actually made up my mind and probably won't until the last minute, but there is a Reddit saying to boycott this documentary. I'm not telling you one way or another, and the reason why I'm undecided is because two things. It may be just a rehashing of everything that we already know about where he came from, his education, etc., etc. The details of the alleged crime, things that have already been out there pretty broadly reported in various different ways. So it may just be a repeat of all that. It probably is. So there's that. It just may be nothing new. Also, and this is where I'm undecided about it, I've become very skeptical of our media reporting anyway. So how much is going to be true and how much is not going to be true, I'm not sure about. There may be some bias in whoever created the documentary, and we see that a lot. And typically with your true crime stories, I've never seen one where they're like, yeah, the criminal had every right to do what they did. I've never seen one like that. So it probably will be biased against him. And then the other thing that comes to mind with this, and his lawyer actually pointed this out right away, was the amount of coverage that's been on this and the way things have been handled, like the perp walk, and how he was surrounded by armed guards and the mayor was there, and how she feels that there have been a lot of things that were done publicly that are already discriminatory or prejudice. I forgot what the word is. You know what I'm talking about, though. That are going to go against her client, Luigi. And so I'm very torn on this. I'm very, very torn because I really don't think people should go just wildly through the streets, or calculated, however you want to say it. I don't think people should be going around gunning people down or whatever their feelings are. But he did open a conversation, which is kind of dwindling a little bit, to be honest with you. I haven't seen or heard a lot about it recently, except for this one doctor, which I'm not even going to go into in this video, but there is a doctor that's getting backlash from United Healthcare because she's spoken out about the way that they've treated her and her patient. Anyway, that's just a side note. Even from the beginning, we're talking about the federal government. There seems to be a lot of evidence based on what I know and what you know that makes him look guilty as far as committing a crime specifically against Brian Thomas. Now, I don't know about the terrorist part of it. People seem to be very divided on this, as far as saying, I never felt afraid, which I personally never felt afraid either. Nor did I feel like this city of New York or any other city where these insurance companies have offices. I've never felt like anybody was at danger. And remember, I told you I worked for United Healthcare, so I have friends and people that I care about who still work there, and I don't want them getting gunned down just because they've gone to work that day, And I do know what it was like. There was back before Obamacare was actually made a law or put in place, there were demonstrations in front of the office where I worked, and I used to go around saying I work for the enemy. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think things are going to go well for Luigi. I think he's going to be made a martyr, and in a certain respect, and I do think that the evidence is very overwhelming, but I also have to believe in our system. This is where I live, and sometimes I feel like so much news coverage is put out before a trial, especially a very large and important trial, and I think this goes both ways. When there's so much coverage that you can't find a jury who goes in there completely unaware of the circumstances of whatever trial they're covering and not know something about it, and depending on the circumstances, this could go both ways and be a detriment both to the defendant, who has a right to a fair trial, but also to victims who also have a right to a fair trial. If you think about it, they have a right for everything to be heard and seen and brought before the jury or the judge or whoever's presiding over the case. So, as far as the system goes, I feel that sometimes there's just too much media coverage, even though I'm here talking about it too. But my stance really more has to do with healthcare reform. He's an instrument in opening the conversations, and that's why I'm talking about it. And like I said, I'm not sure that I'm going to watch it. I haven't made up my mind. I would love to hear from you, or if you watch this after the documentary and you've seen it, tell me what you think. Just always please remember, when you make comments on my videos, you can say whatever you want. I don't care if your opinions are different from mine. That's fine. If we all have them. But just remember to be nice, okay? You don't have to be mean about it. That's the only thing. So those are my thoughts on it. If I watch it, I guess I'll let you know what I think about it. So y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.